Good morning, guys. So it is Thursday. It's about 11 o'clock. I'm pretty sure this is my first ever car vlog that will make it up. I've done one more, but for some reason I had a terrible time uploading it, and it was like 35 minutes long, taking up all kinds of space on my phone, so I finally deleted it. But hello, it is sunny and beautiful. It's about 75 here today, and I'm hoping that this will be the start of at least one good car vlog a week. I am getting a different mount that will probably be on this side of the steering wheel at a later date, but I had to get one like Melody and Molly's that has the longer arm to it because my windshield is so far away. And in our state, you have to have car mounts and stuff in specific areas. We're not even allowed to like have anything hanging off our rearview mirror or anything. So it has to be out of sight and not in the way of any visibility or anything like that. So anyways, probably either Wednesdays or Thursdays now I will be able to do a car vlog, because I will be going from our new house to the town that we used to live in to do like my grocery shopping and stuff. Today I actually have a doctor's appointment. I'm kind of excited. I haven't seen my doctor since November, and even though the last few months have been kind of stale, I've lost around 25 pounds since I've seen him last. So I'm super excited, and I am going to talk to him today about having my thyroid checked, just to make sure that everything is working the way that it needs to. But yeah, my husband goes back to work tomorrow full time. He worked for a couple hours yesterday, but but he was home most of the day, and tomorrow he goes back full-time regular schedule that he'll be doing now. The restaurant that he works at, up until Memorial Day, they were closed on Mondays, just because it's not busy enough on Mondays to pay all the staff to be there. But now they're open on Mondays, so his days off are changing and all of that kind of stuff. So tomorrow we'll be back to a little bit more normalcy. We are about, thankfully for him, we're about, I'd say 85% of the way unpacked, and the things that we have not unpacked just need to be gone through again and purged a little bit more. Like, we have 4 of the medium moving boxes in our hallway upstairs that have things like sheets and blankets, and I just did not have the time to go through them as diligently as I did everything else. I kind of just cleaned out my linen closet. Luckily, in our old house we had lots and lots of storage, which was nice, and in our new house we have practically zero, which we've had to rent a storage unit to kind of stick some stuff in, like all our Christmas stuff and things like that, until we know where we're gonna have room for it. So it's just been a little bit of a mess, but I got a lot of things hanging on the wall. I got pretty much the downstairs, the living area unpacked. We're still waiting for my stepfather to help us. We bought a wall mount for our TV. We had it on a stand in our other house. It just doesn't fit in this new house, so we're gonna hang it on the wall, but it's a big 60-inch TV, so we want to make sure that the mount gets put up correctly to hold it. We would hate for that TV to fall and break because it's expensive and to hurt anybody. So we're kind of waiting for that. So right now the kids are watching TV on like a 13-inch TV that we had, but it's going really well. I am super enjoying being home. My kids are loving that they get to kiss their Mimi and Papa before they go to bed every night. It's been really nice. So things here are good. I'm not going to keep you my whole ride. This vlog will be really long, but I'm hoping everything at the doctor's goes well today. It's just a check-in, just to renew all my prescriptions and make sure that they're all working the way that I need them to. And I've got a bunch of running around first. I'm hoping I can make it to the car wash. This poor car has gone through hell and back in the last week. Lots and lots of trips on dirt roads. There's fast food garbage. There's just regular people garbage, empty water bottles, just junk. It just needs to be clean. It needs a good bath. I need to pamper her a little because she's been working so hard for us. So I'm hoping to do that. I need to go to our storage unit. I have to get some groceries. So I haven't had much to eat today. I had a big breakfast because I knew I wouldn't want to eat a big meal before I went to the doctor's and got weighed in and all of that stuff. So I had like a 10-point breakfast. I had a cup of coffee. I had 2 pieces of toast, 2 points of avocado, 2 eggs, and some fruit, and some chicken bacon. So that all came to 10 points. And I brought a Quest bar and one of the little 100 calorie packs of nuts with me to have after my doctor's appointment. Because by then it'll be like 3 o'clock and I'm not going to want to eat a big meal and then go home and cook supper. So I'm just going to kind of have a little snack. I'll pick up a piece of fruit or something at the grocery store to have with my bar, and that'll be my lunch. I'm going to try to go to Dunkin' Donuts and get an iced coffee. That'll be 0 points. My Dunkin' Donuts drink of choice is, if it's cold, I like the blueberry coffee, which is 0. I have 2 Splendas, which is 0, and almond milk, which is 0. So I'll probably do that, but I'll show you if I do. And all right, buddy. I'll check back in later. So I hope everybody's having a good day. And we're past hump day. It's almost Friday. So hang in there. One more day of work this week. And I will check back in later. Bye, guys. Hi, guys. So I am done on my running around. And I just got done at the doctor's. And I really love my doctor. He became my doctor, so I'm going to eat some. I just picked up a little bowl of grapes at the store because I'm hungry. And I wanted to be good and not go to any of the fast food places here. So, my doctor became my doctor 2 years ago after I spent that 6 days in the ICU that I told you about before. Any of my new subscribers, about 2 years ago, I ended up in the hospital with an infection in my lungs, and I guess it was more like a year and a half ago. Yeah. I spent 6 days, 6 nights, no, 7 nights, 6 days, however that works. 6 or 7 days there. And this man became my doctor. And I really like him. And he has been my #1 supporter since that day in my weight loss journey. So today was just a checkup, review all my meds and refill all my prescriptions and things like that. And I wanted to talk to him about my thyroid and about what's going on with this plateau that I have hit. Now, he told me this would be a good time to do a whole bunch of blood work, check my kidneys, my liver, my sugars, everything like that. He ordered the thyroid screening, but he told me almost unequivocally that he does not think that there's anything wrong with my thyroid. Basically what he said is that I have to remember that in the course of 1 year, just 1 year, I've lost just shy of 70 pounds. And he said that that is a lot to lose in 1 year. He also told me that I was talking to him about my personal goals and what my weight goal was versus what Weight Watchers says is a safe, healthy weight for me. And there's a big difference there. I'm only 5 feet tall. So on the BMI chart, it says for my height and age that the top number, the highest weight I should be, is 130 pounds. My doctor told me that that is completely and utterly unrealistic, and that he would not like to see me that low. He said that he does not believe in the whole BMI chart thing. He says that every single person is different. This blood work will tell them a lot. Check my cholesterol, make sure I'm not pre-diabetic, things like that. Which he says he's sure I'm not. But we only have blood tests from almost 2 years ago, year and a half ago, that it'll help me see how far I have come. My doctor told me if it was up to him and only him, he's very happy with where I am now. He said he fully supports another 20 to 23 pound weight loss, which is all I have left to goal. My personal goal and the goal that I have with Weight Watchers is 160 pounds. When I was there just barely, I weighed in at 183, so I have 23 pounds left to go, right? Yeah, 23 pounds. He said he supports me and he thinks that that's wonderful, but he said my body, he thinks, which this is kind of the same information that the experts have given me and the personal trainer I went to see gave me, but basically I need to let this plateau ride for a little while longer and do the best I can to maintain it, and if I happen to have a little bit more weight loss, great. But he said that right now my body is in I've lost so much weight in the last year that he thinks my body is in emergency mode. Like it thinks this is enough. He said I should ride this plateau out for a total of 6 months. And then after 6 months, your body realizes that this is the new normal. This is normal living, normal life, normal food intake, normal everything. And then after that 6 months, he said I bump up my exercise, which will be perfect timing because it'll hit me just at the end of summer. I can bump up my exercise a little bit and make things more intense. Not a lot, but just enough to shake my body up and say, okay, we've stayed like this for this long. Now it's time to kick it into gear and get back to business. I trust my doctor 100%, and I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing. But he said I need to not be discouraged if I don't have any big losses right now. my body is adjusting and settling, and it is what it is. But I'll know next week the results of all the blood work, a couple days, so which will put us into next week. And when he walked in the room, I haven't seen him since the beginning of November, and immediately he was like, I cannot believe how much weight you have lost. Then he looked at all my numbers. He and I talked about all of the amazing things that I have done in the past 6 months. My first 5K, being able to go sliding with my kids, being healthy and being happy. And he is right that those things outweigh the weight loss. Not to mention the fact that I am losing inches and toning the body I have. I've had 2 kids in pretty recent years. Not to mention being overweight. So he's not surprised that I've hit a plateau, and he doesn't think that it's a bad thing. He thinks that I have done very great work, that my weight loss has been exceptional, but my health has been even more amazing. He was so impressed with everything that he checked today. My lungs sound great. My medical intake, like my medicine that I take for my asthma, is working really well. He was really happy with my progress, and he thinks that it was a good pace and that there is a good chance if I continue doing what I'm doing that I won't gain it all back. You know, we talked about the whole Biggest Loser thing. Of course, it's been all in the news lately about how they work so hard for the 6 or 8 weeks or 12 weeks or whatever it is, and they lose all this weight, but it's not realistic in the real world. Normal, everyday people on the streets do not have 6 or 8 hours a day to work out. And realistically, it's not good for your body to work out for 6 to 8 hours a day. I mean, that's just silly. 6 to 8 hours a week is pushing it. And how as soon as they leave the show and they don't maintain any of it, you know, even if they try to do healthy eating and exercise and whatever, that they just start putting on weight because their bodies are freaking out over all of the damage that has been done in the past however many weeks it is. So I'm going to try to ride this out and not get so stressed out and know that I am healthy. I am doing this for more than just weight loss, and I've accomplished so many things that were on my medical checklist to make better, and I'm just gonna go one step at a time, see what happens with my blood work next week. And I told him I said that I hate that it's all about weight, because in the beginning this was definitely, and it still is, don't get me wrong, but this was a quest to get healthy. I wanted to be healthy for my kids and for myself and for my life. I wanted a life that I've never been able to have. Before I ended up in the hospital, my lungs weren't strong enough to even walk up a flight of stairs, ever, let alone go out and do a 5K and walk 4 miles a day. And I couldn't have done this even a year ago when I started Weight Watchers. I couldn't do the things that I can do now. And he started listing all of those things, you know, my lower blood pressure, which was lower today, my lungs sounded great, which wasn't the case a year ago, all of the good things. that I've done in the past year. And I told him, I said, of course, it's always been about being healthy for me. But the way we as people, especially women, judge that, yes, we do with our clothes. And I have lost a tremendous amount of clothing. I've gone from a size 22 jean to a 14. So, I mean, I know that I am losing body. My body is shrinking. But I told him the way that we, especially as women, judge how well we're doing is by our weight. And I hate that. I hate that that is how we are judged, or how we judge ourselves. And he said in the medical field, it's even worse. And he said, I need to not be so hard on myself, which all of you ladies have told me before. And I appreciate all of the kind words and support. He was very proud and impressed with the progress that I've made, even though I tried, I told him, I'm exactly the same place today that I was the first week in February. And he said, that's okay. He said, it's okay. And it is okay. I have to remember that for the first time in my life, I'm comfortable in my own body. I don't feel ashamed. I was always, today I'm wearing a little, it's not really a cardigan, but just a little cover up, but just because I'm wearing a dress that has spaghetti straps, and I will never like my arms, because no matter what I do, I will never get rid of this wiggle, which as I lose weight gets even worse. But I feel I was always the woman who wore jeans or sweats or bigger, baggier. The bigger, the better. The baggier, the better. Always 2 or 3 sizes too big. I kind of hid in my clothes. Always one shirt and something over the top, a zip up, whatever. Now when I go to get dressed, not necessarily every day because I'm a mom and I stay at home and I just want to be in comfortable clothes, but a year ago I would have never thought to wear things like leggings. Oh my God. And I totally support people who do. But for me, it was never something that I felt comfortable doing because I felt like I was too big for leggings. And that's just me. It's just the way that I felt in my body. I wear leggings every day. I wear them out in public. I'm not afraid to do that. But I find myself wearing shirts that, even though I still have, quite a bit of tummy left, and my stomach is always going to be my problem area. I need to work on toning it and flattening it and whatever. But I find myself trying to find clothes that show that I've gotten smaller there, which is a big deal. I'm comfortable in my skin. I'm comfortable in a bathing suit. I am shopping in regular women's size clothing. I even have a couple pair of leggings and a couple shirts that are junior size. I'm just feeling better in my skin, and I need to remember that when I start freaking out because I'm not losing weight as fast as I feel like I should be. I just need to be more realistic and do the best I can and be okay with that, And I will see my doctor again in 6 months, and we will see what happens then, and we will see what happens with the blood work next week, and see if there's any correcting that we need done there. I was very impressed because over the past 4 years, I've had 2 babies, and I don't know how many of my subscribers are moms, but when you are pregnant, they take, or at least from me, even though I was healthy, they take an obscene amount of blood from you. vial after vial after vial. I think I had one time in both my pregnancies when they literally took like 4 or 5 tubes of blood out of me. So when he said he wanted to do blood work today, and I'm not afraid of needles, I have tattoos all over my body, I'm not afraid of having blood drawn, I give blood every chance I can, I'm not afraid of it. But when I went in today, she popped the needle in, took about this much blood, and was done. And I was like, wow, that was nothing. I'm used to having so much more blood taken, because I've never really had to have blood taken for anything else until I was pregnant with my son. And with my daughter, I had to have a lot of IVs because I literally was sick every day for 9 months. I lost 50 pounds while I was pregnant and had an 8-pound baby and all that goes with it. I mean, they say that what you lose when you have baby, the placenta and the liquid and the everything, is double. So almost 20 pounds of healthy baby goo in there. And the day that I left the hospital with my daughter, I was 50 pounds lighter than what I was my very first doctor's appointment. But I had probably 4 times during that pregnancy when I had to go to the hospital and they had to feed me through IVs because I couldn't hold any food down. So I'm not afraid of having blood drawn or anything like that, but it was good. Today was a good mental. I also, even though I'm doing Weight Watchers and I eat really, really well, I made an appointment to see the nutritionist at my doctor's office. It's free through their program. It is free. And I am a person of knowledge. I love to learn. I love to bounce ideas. I love to get other people's perspectives. So even though I feel like food is not my problem, not that I have a problem, and that's what I said to him, I don't feel like my food is a place where I need help. It might just be nice to talk physically, face to face with someone about it. So I'm gonna go meet the nutritionist and just talk about my daily life and my eating habits and my goals and wants and wishes for my life, and I think that could be really great. So overall, next week when I get the blood results back, I will feel 100% better, knowing that there's nothing wrong, even though I know there's nothing wrong, and my doctor assured me that there's nothing wrong. He's sure. But I feel better mentally that this plateau and what is happening to me is very normal, and that I'm not the only person that's ever gone through this, and not to beat myself up about it. So I'm feeling pretty good. So this is 20 minutes long, and the other part that I filmed was like 6 or 7 minutes long. So I'm going to end now because I'm almost home. I'm going to go in and make dinner with my family. They all want spaghetti and meatballs, so I'm going to have some turkey meatballs and spaghetti squash and sauce and salad for supper. So I probably won't record that. This wasn't really a day of eats anyways. I just wanted to catch up with you guys, and I'll talk to you guys real soon. Thank you for everything. Thank you for following. Please like and subscribe. I love all the comments. I'm sorry I haven't been commenting back so much as of recently with moving and stuff. We didn't have great Wi-Fi and stuff for my laptop, and it's just too hard to do it all on my phone. So I'm getting back at it. I'm going to actually set some time aside tomorrow to sit down and do some comments. So have a great day, everybody.